Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans, Ducklings, veterans, and friends alike. Welcome to Duck Rally Week 4 reveal stream. My name is Luffy, running pseudo solo tonight, but I got a friend, a colleague, and just a buddy in chat with me. Gonna run these flags tonight, gonna present to you a good time, we hope. My good buddy, Sonya Wrath 11. How you doing, friend?
Doing well tonight, Luffy, and when you guys had reached out to me to help out with the stuff for the rally this year, I was like, yeah, count me in. I'll help.
For sure. Always willing to do what it takes to kind of just show people what's going on. And, my buddy's got some obscure and some interesting strats with things that he does, but we're going to show off some fun times tonight. Darkman on the restream, Final Fantasy Randomizer on the Twitch, Rax doing the buttons. I mean, I guess we'll just start taking a look at these flags. What do you think, right?
Yeah, we probably should, because there's a bit to talk about in this flag set.
A little bit. No more anything weird on this page. 4 orbs, mid Topher. I kind of like the mid Topher a lot. Short Topher was... It's got its place as well. Long Topher is always like in those kind of niche flag sets as well. Mid Topher, I think, really just kind of is a nice balance of here's a little bit of hard, but you're not completely punished for a deep wipe.
Yeah, and either way you go, left or right in mid Toph, you will have to fight 2 of the fiends, as the fiend refights are turned on, so you will have them to face. But standard as per our normal flag sets, we do have the exit enabled, so that way after you go into Topher and release that loot plate, if you want to go out and save just to jump back in off of a power cycle, you absolutely can.
Yeah, it's a lot of quality of life with that flag in there. It's just nice. It's always good to see. It really helps in some race settings. It can save inputs, but it's just something if you see on, just know that it's there from a place of caring. Let's roll on to the scaling right now.
So you might notice that the scaling in and of itself is fairly low. That is because for the most part, this flag set is focused around the mages.
Yeah. And we're going to get to that and kind of what that's all about once we get a few more tabs ahead. But definitely calling out, like Sony said, those HPs there. Look at that boss HP, 50 to 130. You're going to definitely have an average most of the time where they're going to be less than vanilla HP, which is kind of pretty cool. Because, like Sony said, we're going to be really into the mages here rather than the melee. But we'll get to a little bit more of the surprises when we have get to the party select and all that kind of stuff over there. So not much else really to call out, I think, here.
Now, there are a few things to call out here on the incentive tab. You may notice Ice Ordeal's Marsh are all randomly placed in those dungeons. But let's jump over to the elemental dungeons. Earth Cave is going to be after the rod blocks, so you will not be able to get the earth incentive item until you have the rod in tow, which usually means you're going to be diving earth a little bit later than earlier. Sea Shrine, random locked. If you have played the vanilla game, you might be going, wait a minute, random locked, but there's only one locked chest in the game, or one chest guarded by the key. And it is that chest specifically that has the incentive item.
Yep. Very troll-ish, yet also a bit of a meme here. TFC, will it come to haunt us? Will it not? We'll find out, sometime in the next hour. I fully expect, with the way this is looking like it was set up by Saracen, something like, a late rod into an Oxyale behind the rod into like a loot or something in TFC as the final dungeon. When I see that kind of random stuff on there, it either comes into play not at all, or it's the worst thing you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, and it has happened in a couple of practices, but we'll just have to wait and see with this seed what it does. And then the sky incentives set to random sky, you will need chime and cube in order to access whatever incentivized item is in sky. Canary locked, though, just our standard chest that normally would have the TNT.
Yeah, pretty vanilla-ish right there. But the random sky, not the biggest deal. It's pretty fine. I don't think we got to worry too much about that. Rolling over to Modem World, early open. That's the only thing. Nothing really going on here. Looking at the maps on the next tab, nothing really going on here that's any kind of special. You got your Titan's Tro, your Ordeal Pillar Shuffle, which is vanilla, which is pretty standard. I mean, in a flag set that we make. So, Gaia Shortcut, Gaia Item, Left Finish Hospitality, Superstore. Superstore's nice. Might come into play a little bit if we, well, it just might. We haven't quite gotten to the party selecting the mages yet, but the Superstore could be a little. It could be nice. Looking at the treasure tab, nothing really too much to call out over here. Free bridge is pretty fine. Everything else is shuffled as per normal. No trap chests, no war mech aside unless we come across one. Nothing guarded by anything. Nothing too special here. Shops and magic again, not a whole lot going on. A little bit of shuffle here, a little bit of shuffle there. Improve cure heal is nice. Lamp Amute, fine. It rolls into the white magic package, I suppose. Soften battle's a nice little touch, and Life 1 and Life 2 for a bit of added security is also pretty fine. Again, nothing too much to call out here. Pretty standard fare, which you would see in most randomizer flag sets.
Now, with the enemies tab, we have pretty standard settings here with shuffle unrunnables, but they're not going to be any unrunnables. The shuffled surprise bonus, scripts, skills, and spells are shuffled. We shouldn't, in theory, be consecutive nuke or nuclear unless there's a wrap on either list that happens.
Yeah, in theory.
Enemy scripts are shuffled. Their skills and spells are shuffled as well. The status attacks are randomized with the vanilla count. Every status attack except for stun status will be shuffled into the pool, including the bosses. Now, Warmech is going to be patrolling. What that means is on the 4th floor of Sky, or the Sky Maze, if you wish to call it that, Warmech is going to show up as an NPC there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can talk to him and initiate a Warmech fight. We may see that depending upon where time is and how far out of the way he may be, as well as what levels look like at that point in the game.
It can be looked at as a bit of a troll / block here, but I always, when I see a patrolling Warmech / force Warmech, I almost kind of welcome that in a way. Like I know you do as well. It gives you an idea of like what to look for in Tover, maybe if you see something nasty. It can also give you some supplemental levels to kind of give you a little bit of a boost. So I like seeing that. I prefer to have a Warmech fight somewhere along the way, if it's me personally.
Yep, and then the Temple of Fiends bat giving boss hints is on with the early spoilers, so you'd be able to see what the stats look like for the Topher bosses and be able to plan accordingly from there.
Yep.
Which that tooltip is fantastic for it.
Yep.
There cannot be a Warmech in Bridge of Destiny if patrolling Warmech is on. Over to the party comp.
Well, no black belts, no fun.
No black belt. And you may notice that the fighter and the thief are turned on. Let's jump over to the classes tab just to show off why that is.
Yeah, here's where the fun starts a little bit.
We have the standard double thief and ninja hit percent growth, 50 on the better thief and ninja agility with increased hit percent cap, MDef growth is vanilla, which is standard, improved harm, which is standard. 2 bonuses with XP bonuses allowed in there.
Mm-hmm.
The earlier high tier magic charges, which has become one of my favorite flags because
it's nice, right? That's real nice.
It keeps you from potentially being stuck. Now, magic adjustments. This is the spot that we have quite a bit to go over.
Yeah.
Night level 4 spell is on. Not going to be completely relevant, but I will explain why as we continue on down. Pink Mage is turned on. What Pink Mage does is it reverses the white magic and black magic permissions on the red mage.
Up is down, left is right. Good luck.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pink mage can still be quite powerful, and with the red mage potentially rolling promo sage, that can still make it viable to take.
Could. It definitely could.
Black Knight. This is why I said the Knight level 4 spell is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
The Knight, when promoted, normally will learn 1 through 3 white magic, and if the Knight level 4 spell is on, it will choose one random spell out of the level 4 spells that the Knight can learn. Mm-hmm. In the case of the Black Knight, and I noticed this last night in my practice, it doesn't choose one spell out of the level 4 black magic. You can learn all 4 of the level 4 black magic spells.
Yeah. Little bug maybe something, but cool nonetheless. And I'm excited to see this little show off action here with the Black Knight. It's I don't think we've taken this for a test ride just yet in the Rally Flag set. So, what better time to do it now on the Mage Centered Focus Week, right?
Exactly. And then the White Ninja. So instead of black magic that the ninja would normally learn, it's instead white magic. And that can actually be very useful since the ninja gets 4 charges, where the knight only gets 3.
Right.
And the XP bonus, red mage, white mage, and black mage are 1.2x, where fighter and thief are your standard 1x.
Yeah, be a couple supplemental levels that are just nice, especially on the red mage. If you choose to take one, it could definitely help out a little bit. Looking at the gear and items, not a whole lot going on over here. Start with an Explorer pack. Anytime we start with tents, like we were saying earlier, I'm a big fan of that. I think it's a good thing to have some security save items. Guaranteed ruse defense items, always nice. Anything we can do. Things can't hit, but they can kill. So we find some free ruse, we're always going to welcome that. Not much else going on down here. -3, +5 on the weapons and the armor. Pretty standard fare. A little bit punished, a lot of graciousness. They're pretty normal to see at -3, +5 in a standard flag set. Double the weapon hit crate. Crit rate is always good. Weapon and elemental type bonus, always nice as well. Can make that X-Cal put in a little bit more work. And the damage bonus of 30 is also pretty standard in most flag sets.
Yep. And just to reemphasize that, the X-Cal is one of the weapons that hits every single element. So when that bonus is on, it's huge.
Yeah, it definitely helps out quite a bit. Looking at the adjustments, not a whole lot going on here. Trance's status element, always a fan of seeing that one checked off. Thank you, Saracen, for the push to make this mostly a vanilla standard flag that is always checked, because Trance, if you remember the vanilla game, anybody out there, Trance is just the worst. Auto retargeting has been shown off a little bit here. I'm still getting used to it. I just menu how I always menu. Have you really used the auto targeting very much, Sony, and kind of assisting in what you do? I mean, it's a nice feature. It's a great quality of life thing, but I just have for myself personally, just a way that I menu that I'm just used to. Has that come into play for you at all?
I haven't used it very much yet, but I have a feeling I will be using it here in this flag set.
Mm-hmm. It'll get pretty often. We'll get used to it. It's like the one we had the auto shuffle, auto sort in the inventory. Way back in the dark ages, we had to have a certain, we had to have a save item across the board to move those potions into the slot that you knew where you would be able to menu to. Now potions are in slot 1. Y'all out there seeing all the way things were the good times now, forgetting what it was like to shuffle items in your inventory. So eventually I think that auto retargeting would just become pretty standard and everybody got used to it like we did with the auto sort. But we'll see. Right now it's still in its kind of infancy.
Yep. And the days before auto sort inventory were a thing they were days.
Yeah, the dark ages. Winfox saying, remember from Villa, run muscle memory. Yeah, it's just the way it is. We're used to menuing a certain way. It doesn't mean the flag isn't valuable, and it doesn't mean it didn't. It's not a great little addition for quality of life. I just haven't necessarily noticed it for myself. As something that like I've been particularly like, oh, that's kind of that's helpful. It's more like, oh, that's cool. I like it. Nothing in the beta flags. Blah blah blah.
I was about to say, last but not least, experimental. Nothing is on. So with that.
Yeah, with that, we're going to get going. So let's take a look at the party select comp we got going on here. We got a little bit of spoiler you said there with that red mage, but the promo sage, pretty good.
Yeah, we got promo sage on the red as well as plus fast. We've got plus exit and red mage armor on the white mage, which
pretty good.
I like that. Plus 50% XP, bringing that XP bonus on the black mage to 1.7 times, and promo fighter armor, which is also quite big for the black mage, as that'll turn it into an absorption tank.
Yeah.
Fighter with A spells autocast and plus 20 vitality. Now, normally the A spells autocasting would be a huge benefit, but because of Black Knight, it's actually a detriment.
Yeah, we're not going to get those white magic spells to get any kind of value out of that. But the plus plenty vit, we were saying that's going to be a pretty chunky fighter. It's going to have like 500 HP in the mid-teens somewhere. So that's a thick boy. It can definitely be valuable.
And then the thief. Oh boy, this thief.
Yeah, if we weren't going to take a thief anyway, just because we always take thieves, boy, are we taking one now, right?
We're absolutely taking one with that plus legendary swords. Plus 10 MDef, it's nice.
Yeah, anytime I see plus bonus on the MDef, like that just tells me my end game is ever so slightly more safe. I just like seeing it.
Oh yeah, but the legendary swords, that's what we want.
Definitely.
So I was tossing around Thief Fighter, White Black, Thief Rainbow, but because this is, I believe, one of the first showcases of the Black Knight flag.
I think so.
We are actually going to show it off here.
Yeah. Siberian Bull in chat there. Thief Rainbow. We were chatting. Yeah, this is definitely a Thief Rainbow. It screams Thief Rainbow. But to Sony's point, we're gonna show off. Well, he is going to show off that Black Knight tonight, pretty much either way. But definitely this thief, this does scream Thief Rainbow to me with those bonuses on the mages.
Yeah, and Siberian, normally I would take Thief Rainbow. You should know me well enough that I normally take Thief Rainbow. But to show off more of the flags, we're going with the fighter.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that Sage Red Mage on the bench, and we're gonna take the fighter here. Promo Sage is a trap anyway. You're not guaranteed to run into that tail at any kind of convenient point, but it is a nice thing to have.
Exactly. So with that said,
ready to get going?
In 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna do our standard start of checking both White Magic and Black Magic. Already heal 3, Invis, and Ruse. We're going to skip Ruse for the White Mage right now, and this feat is now easy.
Yeah. The Nuke and Quad X and Warp, wow, that is a very, very strong level 1 magic for the Black Mage. Holy. If Thief Rainbow didn't look strong before, it looks very strong now. Chain Armor +1, great to have for that fighter. Yeah, pretty good.
And last but not least, the weapon shop. Sure. We'll take a couple rapiers.
Yeah, $2 for a stabby stab. I mean, this fighter always likes having something in their hand to swing. The thief always does a little bit more damage as well with something in their hand.
And yes, Saracen, the red mage having promo sage does mess with pink mage a bit.
Yeah. Probably best to leave that one on the bench as well. I mean, we're trying to show off some of the specificities of this flag set, and taking a promo sage just kind of turns off that whole pink mage thing. So,
before I start, well,
Ooh. Chain armor no longer as good, but still pretty good.
yeah, before I start talking any further on the way I'm approaching the seed, you may notice that some of my saves and resets might take a little bit longer. That is because I am playing on console.
Yes. It also kind of, I don't know how you guys see it, but it gives Sony a little more of a vintage look to his coloring as well, because it is true console, which, you know, I always am a big fan of anybody that uses hardware. I think it's pretty cool.
All right.
Does leaving left out of Canaria like that take advantage of the no encounter tiles? So I always leave left out of Canaria like that as well. So I think that definitely comes into play a little bit there, but I think it's just pretty standard pathing.
Yeah, it's just standard pathing. You can take advantage of the no encounter tiles, but it's up to each runner's preference.
And we got an adamant, I think, from Sarah, and it looks like we got a ship from the King. We were chatting before this about how we only had the early open on, meaning we were going to get movement in the first 3 checks for the most part, and you know, we thought it'd be a vanilla ship, but you know, a boat from the King is also fine.
Oh my goodness!
Sure.
Why not? We'll take a power bonk any day of the week.
Yeah, and a Crystal says this was good routing.
Okay, so Adamant turned in, Crystal in hand. That just means we're going straight to Matoya.
Yeah, 3 more boxes there. We'd like a little bit of cash, a little bit of, you know, I would say added security, but a power bonk and a flame armor in the first 5 boxes says we don't have to open very much more if we don't really want to.
I mean, just finding a legendary sword would pretty much be the cherry on top of the seed.
Yeah. With the Masa being vanilla means, you know, we'll find one probably either way. It could even be this Crystal, who knows. But, you know, we'll still open some boxes because we'd like a katana. We'd like, you know, we'd just like some more stuff.
Okay, so no more progression.
Okay.
From Matoya right now because we cannot access Gaia to turn in that bottle.
Yeah.
And that 6,000 XP chest, pretty big right now. Ooh, Mute Touch. Perfect. Good to see that out of the pool already.
Yeah, right? Von Sander, Varu's mentioned that you went through the woods. It's always what you've done. Not sure if it's... So... I mean... I'd have to see that VOD review to see exactly what they meant about that. Oh yeah, Sony. I think you wanted me to remind you this a while back. Hint givers are on, right?
Yes. Okay. I remembered the hint giver in Canaria.
Okay, you did. They said they had a ribbon.
Yes, ribbon and Lefane.
Ah, okay.
Okay, this seed is super easy now.
Yeah, so now that red mage that had promo sage and fast is even less valuable with level 2 fast.
So we're going to go ahead and take a save right now. Just because I want to refill my health and other resources.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Masa is incentivized, Vaughn.
And now we're just going to take out the pirates as per normal. Mm-hmm. Just throw a nuke at them and let them enjoy their microwave. And a slab for our efforts, which means most likely Marsh will have the canal.
Canal or a crown to the canal, or I mean, it could be a key. It could be a canoe, which is just really sad. But we're hoping canal.
If it's a canoe, I won't cry.
Nah.
I'm one of the few people that enjoys doing early ice.
I would rather go to Ice Cave than Marsh Cave, if that means anything.
But we have to go to Marsh.
I know, but I don't like Marsh Cave.
It's scary.
It's just, you know, those 2 caves, there's always garbage in there. And there's a whole trash mobs of enemies that can roll any kind of dangerous, gross scripts. And I've seen too many seeds of Fire 2 and Lit 2 spam to really make me, you know, not be jaded.
Okay, we are in for some fun.
Yep.
We have level 3 Brack. We have level 3 Wall. Okay, we're in for a lot of fun.
This seed's very, very secure, I think, right now.
Oh, this seed is extremely secure. Wood armor, kind of
It's fine.
Lemonade, that's the ruby.
Okay, ruby for sale, about 33,000 or so.
36k.
Harm 3, life 2. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna pick up life 2. We're gonna leave harm 3 on the table for right now because we want to see what's available here. Okay.
Ice 3, lit 3. Okay, that's okay.
We'll go ahead and pick up that harm 3 because we should have 1 charge of it at level 8.
Yeah.
If not, potentially 2 because of the faster spell charge gain. And we only have 1 place to go, so now it's time to continue on to Marsh. Talking about not wanting to go to Marsh, we gotta go to Marsh.
Saracen saying hint givers, bro.
Yeah, I'll hit the hint giver in Elfland later.
So we're gonna hope that hint giver over there in Provoca didn't have any kind of valuable information for us. I don't think it did. It's probably fine.
So welcome to Marsh Cave, where dreams go to die.
Or where runners go to die. Take your pick.
Both at the same time. Oh gosh. Okay. So
see? What I tell you, fire 2 and lit 2 spam and garbage. Feels bad.
All right. Can we get out of here? Yes, we can. Excuse me while I heal up. And on to Marsh B3.
All right. Only need to really check the incentivized item here. We can grab a few of these free chests on the way if we wanted to, but with everything we got right now,
I might check a few. Wrong eye. Wrong eye.
Bad. Run away. Okay. Oh. Or
a defense sword is big. So I always start out with the incentive chest because that is the one that has bit me the most. Okay, I did not hit the link. So now we have 5 chests left to check. Actually, let me double check and make sure. And it never hurts to double check your chest count.
Yeah, for sure. I think we got the one right here.
Yep.
Okay. So it looks like it's going to be in the attic. Randoms here is where we have the Marsh item. I usually always go to the attic first when we have random, but I mean, either way, you're going to full clear this dungeon more times than not.
Especially if you're playing a different kind of flag set where everything is loose, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be clearing Marsh Cave regardless.
Ooh, it's a decent wear sword for that fighter.
Yeah, +3, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Iron armor -2. Yes, menu speed is huge to work on.
Yeah.
That is something that I can't stress enough as something that's good to work on. And canal, just as I thought.
Okay. At least it's the canal, not behind a chain. That feels a little bit better.
So, with the canal in tow, we have, well, sages.
We do.
And that's pretty much it, unless we get the money to buy the ruby.
Really would have hoped for like a key or something there to give a few more checks to get some cash. That's a pretty expensive ruby sitting here in the item shop. Yeah, we got like no money. We could sell this defense sword, but then I don't think that'll get us there.
No, it won't.
Not really. It'll get us closer, but nowhere where we don't want to be. It's got too much value.
Yeah, with the defense sword actually casting ruse when used as an item, it is
Yeah.
extremely valuable.
Yeah, even in a flag set like this with the HP scaling, the bosses can still hit pretty hard. So I'd definitely hang on to it like you are.
Now the question is, can I remember where the hint giver is in Melmond?
Huh.
The answer to that is actually yes. I can.
Princess has the adamant. How cute.
Ooh, Fade level 5.
Level 5's about that last hurrah safe zone for me to see in any kind of spell of significance.
We'll go ahead and sell off the Opal Bracelet since it is -3.
Yeah.
Sarda? Or not Sarda, Dr. Un? Whatever old NPC you are?
Yeah.
Not bad weaponry. Not too terribly worried about a weapon for the Black Mage. Temper is promo
locked in the
Little
vanilla
unfortunate.
warp spot. That's you don't like it, but that's where a place like Lefane might come into play later on. Sony's bought all the magic he needs right now for days at levels 1 through 4, and even a piece of level 5. So Lefane has a little more value here, where you're able to fill up the magic spots on the mages pretty early, and then be able to go back there later with your melee to top off.
But first things first, we need to go stop by the sages here. We do have a bonk.
Yes, we
in
do.
tow, so that is at least something nice in hand. Don't need to check that. Need to check this to see if pro rings are here, and
There they are.
They're +1.
10k. It's reasonable.
It's not the worst, not the best.
Yeah, that's an okay armor shop to find them into. Maybe we come back here and grab them, but it's a lot better to see them here than at some place like Elfland or even Provoca for sure.
All right, so we got herb from Crescent, and we are out of the inner sea. So we are actually going to take a slightly different route.
Hint givers chat. They don't matter. We don't need them.
I'm sorry. I'm used to not using them.
Look, let the record be shown that I pointed out that they were on. Like you asked me to remind you.
And I'm very used to not using them.
I blow past them all the time, man. Like
the problem of being a veteran of this game for as long as I have been is you can look at a flag set and tend to predict what you're going to get based upon whatever key item shows up. And in this case, we do need to grind out the money to get. Oh gosh.
Oh boy. You might as well. Right. You might as well take that chime and go take a look.
Northern Docks aren't on.
Oh no! You're right. Oh no.
So.
I mean. Ooh.
Here's what we're gonna do. I have a solution.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to Earth Cave.
We are gonna go to Earth Cave.
Yeah. 3 unique spike tiles and boxes that exist are there.
So yeah, we are going to go ahead and jump into Earth here. We may get a few levels.
Levels are always nice. This is fine.
So we will see what we get. You're not worth the money. Silver bonk. Okay. Giant tile on the Earth Elemental tile is not worth either.
Giants are like, that just enough gold kind of worth it enemy, but always can, be very thick and chonky and just rude.
Oh, yeah. So we've got a start on gold. That's good.
Yeah, Vaughn, I think he's going to check the Hall of Giants after we grab these 5 boxes and check the spike tile in that room. Because if that was like an eye tile, we don't need to check the Hall of Giants. It's already solved, but giant tile says we have to open more boxes. Coral sword, okay, now we're talking.
There's warp. Okay, so we have a bit of grinding to do. Now, the Hall of Giants
That's cute.
starts off vanilla. Here's our money.
Yeah, there's the money, and there's also a really just. This fight is always so gross. How much HP? All right, I've seen worse.
It doesn't look too terribly bad.
Yep, I've seen worse. And Coral Sword means we'll do some quick work with them too. This is fine. This is 5 fights, and we have our money, and we grab a few levels while we're at it. You have a house or two, maybe?
I have one.
That's fine. We'll be able to do this with the charges you have then.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that Coral Sword putting in work. That's that elemental bonus just coming into play.
Yep.
And there's the auto retarget coming into play as well.
You like that. Only took, I don't know, what, 5-6 fights before that really came into kind of value. That's good. Whew, Coral Sword strong.
Coral Sword is super strong.
Yeah, +5 too. Like, we could take that to end game if we wanted with the power bonk, like, theoretically.
Heal 3. You know what? We're gonna play a meme. We're gonna brack a shark, hopefully.
We could do it.
Oh, I tried.
They got fairly low MDF, so that definitely works. Paint is also good against these guys.
Okay. We need to heal up a bit. Let's see, we almost have enough.
Yeah, I need 2-3 more fights.
We are out of harm 3, so we're just going to fog here. Try to keep from getting hit quite as hard. So one thing to remember with fog is that the amount of absorption that it gives is equivalent to that of a copper bracelet. So it gives 8 absorption per cast.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I could probably quad X the Wiz Sahag.
Probably.
Almost enough. One more fight should do it.
Yeah, might as well take one more.
Let's go, Nuke. Bad rolls. Looks like the Gersharks just have over 300 HP.
Yeah, they're not too bad. And the scaling means that they were probably going to be not as bad as they could be. But whenever I see Gersharks, they just always have like above 400 or 500 HP whenever I play them.
Okay, so we are heading back to Elfland.
Level 16 fighter, I think, with 463 HP, by the way. So
yep,
that vitality is very, very strong.
It is unbelievably strong. Mm-hmm. Good job, Black Mage. I didn't want you to fight, but whatever.
Black Mage cast Slap.
It's super effective.
It is super effective.
Because it actually crit.
Go figure, right?
Okay. So, pretty quick money grind there. Just to be able to... Wait, I don't remember where the hint giver is in here. Oh, wait, it's over by the Black Magic Shop. So we're going to buy that ruby.
$5.99 to spare. What did I say? I told you that loot was going to be there. I told you.
That tells you how used to the hint givers I am. I don't remember where they are.
Oh, man. That is a cheap inn right there in Melman. Goodness.
No kidding there. And for those of you joining us from RPG Limit Break, first off, thank you from the Rage. Second, welcome to the reveal of the Mage Master flags for the Duckling Rally.
Hello. Welcome, Raiders. They're about 21 minutes or so in here. Sony Wrath doing the Mage Masher thing reveal here. We got some strong black and white magic. We got some decent, black ninja and knight things going on here. Some fun times going on.
Ooh, Wizard Stick, that's good.
Yeah. Wizard Stick always screams cash if we need it, which is funny because we don't anymore, or a decent carry backup if we really need it.
Which we may not anymore.
We might not. we ground a few levels on those Ghost Sharks. Key?
Canoe.
Okay. Well, at least it was straightforward.
With that said,
all right.
I think I know where we're going.
Yeah.
Where do you think we're going, Luffy?
I mean, I feel like we got to go Ordeals, right?
My man.
Oh, yeah.
This guy knows me.
Hashtag never ice, even though hashtag never marsh.
I mean, I would dive Ice Cave right now, but I'm going to combo that with Volcano.
Yeah, ice is fine. And like Sony said, we could one-shot over there pretty easily with the scaling and what we got going on. The Coral Sword, the Wear Sword, level 1 nuke. We got Fade charges now. We can mop up Volcano. But if this is Floater over here, then it just makes it a little bit faster. Hey, so Siberian. Thanks for hanging out, bud. You have a good night as well.
Yeah, have a good night, Siberian. You may have noticed my movement was a little strange, and it's because I didn't take enough tiles off to the right from the peninsula of Marsh. If you go far enough right, you can actually see the peninsula here that leads into Ordeals. On top of that, the more tiles that you board and disembark the canoe from, the more steps you actually save on the encounter table.
That's why you'll sometimes see runners zigzag their way through the river system there.
Time for the guesses of 1 through 4 on the 4 pillar.
3.
I'm feeling 2.
Vaughn, how rude.
I like it, Vaughn.
Oh, Mummies with Frost. Okay, that is... It's fine, but that's another one of those, Ice Cave bad moments right there. At least they don't ambush. At least they don't ambush. We got some 3s. We got 1, 3, 2, 3, a 2, a couple 1s. Well, it's not number 2.
No, it was not 2. We'll check 1. It's not 1.
1 is the big zonk. Let's go 3.
Have I seen this?
I don't remember.
Yes, I have.
Oh, so it looks like Vaughn.
It looks like Vaughn. You win.
Giles. Hey. Very nice.
No, Vaughn, I only blame you in the other game that we are opponents in a tournament in.
All right, so random again here in Ordeals. We're hoping for Floater. Floater be great. Free Pro Ring is nice. Tail.
I'm not going to complain about that.
No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Copper bracelet, some XP, and you know what? Let's see what the tile is. All right, we've seen what the tile is. We're out of here.
Yeah, this is not worth it. Notice the use of exit just to save any kind of frames of movement there.
Now, the only downside we have right now is we are out of housing.
We are, and I haven't seen them for sale in a shop yet.
I have. But I'm also very quick in menuing, so I understand if you haven't seen them.
I missed them. Are they over here? I didn't check the item shop here in Crescent.
I did not check the item shop here in Crescent, but I did see them over in Provoca.
Yuck.
I'm going to try the shop here in Crescent just to make sure.
Let's see. I feel good about it. Nah, I feel a little bit worse, but cabins are fine. If we can, we save and maybe we find one in a box somewhere. We don't have to go to Provoca just yet.
I mean, I would rather have the cabins than not have the cabins.
Absolutely, yeah. Any kind of save item's good. We prefer houses at this point, like Sony said, but cabins they're fine.
So here we go. We are off to ice. We have done Ordeals. We have done Marsh. We have quite a bit left to check.
What if cabins restored 1 magic charge per level? That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be a little broken.
It would be, but it'd be kind of cool nonetheless.
All right, into Ice we go. One of the scariest dungeons, especially if you dive this low level.
Did you hard reset or soft reset going in?
I hard reset.
Okay. So we're going to get a good decent look at the encounter table and it's full here. So 2 encounters on floor 1 is okay. You know, knowing that we're at 0.4, 0.5.4 tells me we could probably do a little bit of a run here. I like seeing 2 early encounters in a dungeon, to be perfectly honest. That's
until we run into specters with lit 2.
Yeah, ambushing ones at that.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. 3 specters in that grouping there. They are the green enemies.
And the reason I hard reset, soft reset so often is just to manipulate the encounter table.
Yeah.
As that, controller, allows for faster running. Nice heal stack.
That's some good money right there.
If needed, yeah. So Earth Elemental on the Undead tile and Ice. Zombie Dragons on the Frost Dragon tile with Sleep.
Oh, those were that was a pretty strong tile until they just decided to spam out Sleep like that.
We'll see what their health looks like. Over 200. Oh, they have Quad X.
200. Yuck.
Well,
you're okay to go through it again. You know,
yeah.
You're only guaranteed to face 1 to 2 there in the shuffled vanilla encounter spike tiles. But that's depressing. That's a nice tile for levels that is, you know, far less appealing now. Oh, hey.
So, forgot to reiterate that the thief has legendary weapons, so...
Yep. So, the tail coming into play a little bit less, but the tail still pretty nice to show off that pink mage and, or the white ninja and the black knight later on, hopefully.
And we pick up the TNT from Ice, which means, you guys like going back to the dwarves?
Yeah, come sail away with me. Here we go.
Pretty much. +5 katana is going to do some work in this late game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So let's see here. This is probably going to lead to Crown, which will then lead to either Floater or Key, and then the other has to lead to Floater.
Yeah, Floater's at the end of this chain somewhere. There's a Floater.
I have words for those Sahagins, and they're not kind. We are going to jump back into Crescent here.
Yeah, want to top off those magic charges again because houses are at a premium right now.
Houses being as expensive as they are, actually, we're going to go the other way. Houses being as expensive as they are at over 2,000 a pop is a little bit of a feels bad moment.
Yeah, and they're in the Provoca item shop right now is the only place we've seen them, so they are also in a very inconvenient location.
So we are going to make use of river docks here.
Yep. Hey, 30-minute bridge boss. You'll love to see it.
I would have avoided it, but faster dock.
Yes, Vaughn, it is faster to go right there if you're going to go to Dwarf Cave. Oh, no. Well, sure. We'd have to do it eventually anyway, but that's not what we were hoping for, but it's something that we'll take and walk away with just the same.
Not even mad.
Yeah. We have to do it eventually anyway, and we probably were going to have to open the boxes beneath the rod anyway, but at 30 minutes, we were hoping for a little more instant gratification than here, your progressions is behind this.
Yes, the Earth incentive is locked to post-rod, so
Yes.
we do need this in order to be able to get whatever the incentive item is down here, which, oh gosh, could be floater, it could be crown, it could be key.
Yeah. It could. I mean,
That's actually it. That's
that's
all it could
it.
be.
Yeah. Without Northern Docks, it can't be Oxiel. It cannot be a cube.
Also, this is why Earth is scary right now.
Yeah. Spectre's showing up in a pack of 5 right there. Heal 3 level 1 says like we can meander our way through this, but it's still unpleasant.
Yeah, we want to try to get through here as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to slice these bats in half because they're being butts.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 3, and yeah, we'll just let 2 you.
Yeah. Ooh, Coral Sword +5 is strong.
So I switched it over to the fighter.
Yeah.
Get rid of that wear +3. So, fun fact with the rod plate, you can actually use the rod from 2 tiles away, and it will cause the plate to go away.
It's pretty neat, right? I've tested that, like how far away can I be from it. Hey, it is that crown, like you were saying.
I've played this game way too much.
Yeah.
Oh, a white shirt!
Ooh, we like that. White shirt's good.
Re-invis 2, let's go.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to go down and kill our friendly neighborhood lich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was a first strike. Heck yeah. We love to see it.
Yeah, first strikes are always really great. You know, a thief putting in work, doing its job.
I mean, the +50 agility bonus is nothing to shake a stick at. And here we go. We are on to Lich. High Lich and soon to be Bi Lich.
Ooh, very low roll. 116 on that nuke. Harm 3 says, I'm here living my best life. And a swing from that Coral Sword. The thief with the katana gets to stand there and look menacing. We light our first orb. 34 minutes, 4 seconds. And we got some more of the puzzle unfolding. Going to be some more usage of those river docks in our future, I think.
Oh, absolutely. We are going to go turn in that crown because we only have 2 items left that it could be for progression.
Yeah.
We only have the key and the floater. If this is the key, then we know for a fact that Canaria is going to be the floater. It's the floater.
All right. So Canaria has probably our cube. Or in a worst case scenario, our Oxio.
So, just like that, we are in and out of Northwest Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Done talking to the kindly old king who was Astos all along.
Yeah. No reason to check the spike tiles in the room there. We got everything we need.
Well, we don't have key.
Well, I mean, like everything we need, like level-wise, going on for us right now. No need to
absolutely.
look for that. No need to look for that, is my point. If we find time to, we even have that tail to be able to promote. 2 items here to turn in, Bottle and Slab, which we've had in our possession for a significant amount of time. I figure that these 2 checks will probably be useful. Hey, there are some houses.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab those right now.
Yep.
Fairy, what are you going to give me?
Cube.
A D6. Okay.
All right. We like that. This is a one-stop shop right here with Ordeals done, Chime and Cube now both. We can just clear out Mirage and Sky while we're here. This is nice.
We're going to make use of saving more steps on the encounter table just to be able to get to Lefane that little bit faster.
Yeah.
We are going to...
Go ahead.
We are going to grab the ribbon from here.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be needed.
Yeah. We're gonna want that ribbon. Could argue that, like, maybe we should clear out Sky first, grab some money, promote, and then come here. But I mean, I don't think we really, with legendary weapons on the Thief, we'll promote to show off probably this black and white dishing of magic, but we don't even really need it.
I mean, we're about to go promote right now before I go in there, so that way I can show it off.
Yep.
I don't mind having a double Diplofane just to show this off.
Yeah.
So I am going to play a little bit what I would call suboptimally here. But at the same time...
Let's call them showcase strats.
These are absolutely showcase strats. Or, as I'm used to, marathon strats.
Yes. A little bit of showmanship here. A little bit of like, we're just going to do things in an order that are best for us. We're not trying to optimize. We're not trying to, win any kind of titles here. We're just having some fun.
Exactly. There's exit. And now we will go jump into Sky.
Yep. An ideal item here would be finding the Oxyale up here in Sky, which means that we probably have to one-stop on Ratcon, because that means that our key is probably sitting there with the robot. But we're not sure what's here. We know the loot is at the end of the Oxyale in that sea shrine, though. Hint Giver and Gaia is the witch, by the way, who we left behind, I think.
Yeah, at this point, though, with as few checks as we have left in the game, the Hint Givers aren't going to be as huge. Now, if this were still early on in the game, then I would absolutely beg to differ on not checking the Hint Giver and Gaia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to your point, locations left versus, the time to speak to them, pretty negligible.
Mummies have fast. That's
frost. They're frosty fast mummies.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're just trying to slow us down. Sphinxes, no, we can pass up.
Sphinx is the less popular cousin of the Manticore.
Whom we might see.
We might.
Ooh, Gimme.
Squishy.
Okay, so fun thing that we can do here. We can just warp about.
Yep. Warp strats here in full effect. This is a great, we always talk about having warp going into Ice Cave or ordeals to save some time. Do not sneeze at having warp here in Sky. Sky is very chest dense, but it's also a lot of walking. It is Earth Cave in disguise.
It really is, and since I forgot to house up before I came in here, I am a little lower on charges than I would be, but that's okay because I'm used to running low resources, so I can absolutely make this work.
Yeah. All you really need here is, I think, 3 in this dungeon to feel comfortable.
Honestly, 2.
You could
Sky
do it with
3.
2. You could do it with 2. I mean, you could do it with 0. Obviously. But
I mean, I have.
2, we all have. 2 is definitely enough to get you through, though.
So we are absolutely going to take some of the fights here because we do want some levels.
Yep.
We at least want to get some charges on the Knight and Ninja. And we very well may get them in the Warmech fight if we find him.
Mm-hmm.
There's the key.
That's pretty good right there. That is probably best case scenario, and hopefully we find our Oxyale behind, the lock there in Canaria Castle. That would be very ideal.
Nuke makes me a little nervous right now. So we are only going to check the 4 greed chests here. Silver Dagger, XP, that's good. That's good.
10k XP is nice. That should give us an extra charge. Do we gain charges upon... Let me check the flags. I don't think we saw
we are
that.
Level 19. We have our first charge. Are we going to see him? Is he going to say hello? He is!
Hey, get him.
We're going to go get him. All right. I hope you all are ready for a trip to McDonald's.
For sure, Saracen. That's what I was thinking was worst case scenario.
White item, white shirt, magic, or no. Magic, wall, magic, fast. Stop!
Okay. That's okay.
Okay. Immediately out of it. That's good.
Strong swing from that Coral Sword from that night. 3 hits, 150. That's good. 3 hits, 104. Again, does a thing. All right. Lit 2 is fine. 6 hits, 240 on that katana. We're going to fade. We're going to lock. 5 hits, 150. Not quite the crits we're looking for, but there you go. You see the HP right there. Not so big on that Warmac. That felt like it was less than 1,000.
Oh, it absolutely was. It was right around 800.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, air elementals we do not want to take. We are actually sitting very pretty on our levels right now. I think we only need one more really to have all the charges.
Yeah, 24 would be ideal. It would give you some extra swings from that night as well on some weaponry. +5 on that katana. This is really strong.
So here we go. I bought it for a reason.
First turn, Brack.
Nope.
No. Swing? 5 hits, 220. Punch on one of the party members for probably not much damage, it looks like.
It was the knight.
I thought it was. It was either 180 or 18. And if it was the knight, it was certainly 18.
182.
Oh, really?
There's working into pizzas.
There we go. $660 HP on that night. Jeez.
Mazda could be at robot. It could still be Oxy Ale. We are going to go for Canaria locked first.
Yeah.
Now we still have Volcano to do.
Could have cleared it right there on your way, but I think, dipping in here and seeing what this is.
Yeah, I'd rather have the info first than go into it.
The loot is in Sea Shrine. I see people asking in chat what is where. Okay, that's best case scenario. Robot has our massa.
And we are going to grab it.
Yeah, why not, right?
You know what? I said I was going to go back to Lefane to grab the spells. I'm going to go back to Lefane to grab the spells.
We should have the money we need to be able to do this anyway, especially after taking that Warmac.
Oh, we absolutely do.
Yeah.
So, I am going to jump into Waterfall to grab that Mazza for the night. Just because extra in-game weapons, sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
But because we do have Black Knight and White Ninja on, might as well show them both off.
Might as well. And in case anybody was wondering, the hint giver for Lefane is on the opposite side of that, the left initial that you talk to the slab with. So the mirror image, the other side, left side by the water is the hint giver, in case anybody did not know. Cure 4 grab.
Yep. Whoops.
Nuke on the fighter. That's adorable.
Nuke and Quad X on the fighter. And then we'll grab Lit
Fast
2
through.
and Fast.
Why not?
We'll grab Brack because why not? And then Ice 3. And last but most certainly not least.
Oh yeah, get that temper.
Temper. And then we're going to run back. We're going to hit the inn because Lefanish Hospitality is on. And we are off to the races.
Yep. Sony has everything he needs to finish, knowing in his head anyway. We got to still grab that loot out of Sea Shrine, and we're going to grab that Masa on our way from the robot with warp and exit, and with, showcasing, why not? But we have all the information we need. Scaling says this is only a matter of time as well. This is pretty good. Nicely run, I think.
Thank you. So we are not going to jump into C first. We are instead going to mess up step routing and jump into waterfall first.
Yeah, why not?
Good old waterfall.
Yeah. Vanilla waterfall, standard pathing, no surprises.
You know what?
Why not?
You're going to show up. I will give you the honors of being on screen for a little bit, Green Dragon, because they can't see you in tow.
Free XP. Yeah.
I'm going to give you the honors of being on screen again, Green Dragon. There
Big
you
swing
go.
there. Big swing.
So, the Green Dragon is the rare encounter of the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
And with how the encounter table gets shuffled in the randomizer, you can actually see the rare encounters come up multiple times in a row.
Yep. Oh, Gargoyles of Fire too. Interesting.
Not that bad.
Yeah, there's that Masa.
-2.
We got an
Not the
X-Cal here just to laugh at? Nope. So with the first encounter being the rare encounter in Waterfall, I wonder what that means is sitting in the desert there, if that affects it. Maybe we have T-Rexes in one of the quadrants. I'm curious.
I'm wondering that as well.
Curious. Maybe after you finish up, unless you want to see in grabs and levels, we test that. I'm curious.
All right. So, first things first in Sea Shrine.
Hint giver here is also at the top there, next to Passing Cope. It's the old man at the top of the little segment of water there.
Yeah, that peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
Lobsters, not hitting too hard. But sea trolls are bringing the heat.
Yeah, sea trolls maybe with that vanilla Agama script.
Absolutely second worst hint giver.
Mm-hmm.
For distance that you have to travel.
Yep.
So, hello TFC, and thank you for the loot.
Yay! Alright, so 49 minutes and about 7-ish seconds, 5 seconds, call it what you want. Sony and Go mode. Full clear pretty much everything, I think, as well, right there. Not bad.
Yep, that was a full clear, and I intended for it to be a full clear for the showcase.
Typically with the two air quote dud things being a ribbon and a masa, you full clear these pretty much every time as is, but to your point, with the showcase, you were going to show off whatever you could here anyway.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of the whole point, right?
And we'll already make use of the white ninja.
Lobsters, yes, Vaughn. Lobsters, they just always are just so rude. They hit super hard. They show up in packs of garbage like that in 5 or 6. They can show up in packs of 7 if they really want. Like, ugh.
Don't you dare put that evil on me of them showing up in packs of 7 right now. I don't have the greatest armor in the game.
We're ambushing them. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, until we get that 7 pack and we're ambushed. And they crit every single time.
I know.
All right, we're gonna have some fun here. We're gonna use both Bane and Brack here against Kraken, as Kraken is susceptible to the poison element. Bane ineffective, Brack.
Hey, there we go. Big punch on that ninja too. That kind of just laughed and brushed it off, but you know.
Okay, so Volcano and then End of Seed?
Yeah, seems like it. Maybe top off on heal pots. You have 47 or 97. That was a little fast.
47.
Okay.
And you know what? Just for you.
Yeah, science.
We are going to play some science.
Alright, so fun police is not what you want to say. More fun police.
Because Luffy actually made me curious here. You know what?
Steak and wings.
I just want to see how much they're worth. Because it'll be 2 encounters of steak and wings.
5,100-ish? 36. A little lower than I would have thought. Stone poison, really?
Okay.
Show off soft in battle.
Yep. Ineffective now. Except it's completely effective.
Very nice. Okay.
Interesting.
A little bit.
All right. Not too terribly much to talk about with going into Volcano. For the most part, it's just stay on your damage tiles.
Yep,
and
it's a 45-second dungeon.
More or less.
Yeah.
And have your D-pad not register inputs. So I took 2 extra steps in there. That's fine.
Using the damage tiles here is where encounter tables are not advanced. That's Sony's point, in case anybody was wondering.
And the dock tiles for the ship, those also do not advance the step counter for the encounter table. So you can use those to your advantage. As I mentioned earlier, getting on and off the canoe does not advance the step counter for the encounter table. There are quite a few strange things. In the later versions of the game, well, I mean, they're in this one as well, but the damage tiles and ice also don't advance it.
Yep.
Also, always move to the closer end to the lava to save 1 whole step. That actually has saved me multiple times. I just want to chug my heal pot. Just so that way I know how many I need to buy.
$87.
That's what I thought my count was going to be. Perfect. 4 for 215, not bad.
Kelly with the punch on the thief, moderate damage.
She did.
The master swing. Bye-bye.
Alright, so that's all 4 orbs lit. We are going to jump back over to Canaria, top off on heal pots, hit the end to save, and we are into Topher. Luffy, left or right?
I always go left.
Left it is. So, to reiterate Topher for this flag set, it is mid-Topher. So we will only have to fight 2 of the fiends, and with the scaling being decently lower than normal. Hi, Metal Slimes. You're normally a good encounter, but I don't want you. With scaling being decently lower, it makes things a bit easier. Also, walking in front of doors will save you a step on the encounter table. The areas that save steps in this game are quite strange.
Alright, speed bump, Mark II, swing from that Masa, 4 hits 264, swing from the katana, 5 hits 305, and down goes a Lich. Level 26 at minimum across this party, very strong. I don't think we'll see much in the way of resistance here.
So normally with mid-Topher, without fight all, you would choose 2. You would choose left or right, and you would have to fight 2 of the fiends. But with fight all, you have the shortcuts turned on, which I forgot to mention this during the flags. You have the shortcuts turned on each floor, and you can go for either two fiends, and sometimes one path has much easier fiends than the other. I was also testing Luffy to see if he remembered that all the fiends were on.
This is that balanced mid-Topher right here.
Okay,
Ooh.
I don't like that.
This should be fine, though. Yeah, okay.
I like that.
HP scaling says we don't have to worry too much, but anytime Kraken casts fast, a significant oh dear comes out.
Nice. Getting the white shirt out with initiative is amazing.
Good priority there. A little thick on the Tia from that Masa. Very thick on the Tia. Okay. Tia brought her her armor. We need a little bit of crit power to get through this.
Yeah, we're going to power up just a bit. Oh, she missed the Black Mage.
Interesting. Interesting.
You know what? We're going to throw a cheeky Brack.
Why not? 9 hits, 291.
So you have a 6% chance to actually kill Tia with a Brack at this point.
9 hits, 642. Down goes Tia.
And on to Chaos.
All right, here we go. Point order could have survived Temple of Fiends here with 17 heal pots, which is kind of funny. But
we are going to... No, we are going to wall. We are going to fight. We are going to white shirt. We are going to fast.
Ooh,
that's not what we want to see off the opening.
Chaos leads nuclear. That's a little on the spicy side. I think we picked up Cure 4.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Initiative. We like it.
That's good. Swing again.
A little chunky by the looks of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fight. Item, white shirt, magic. Yeah, let's just nuke him.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going for the non-expert Brack.
10 hits, 260. Chaos, not evasive, but definitely got a little bit of defense to him.
7 for 333, that's not bad.
We're okay. 7, 154.
Well,
7
that's
hits
it.
for 320. There you go. Get your GGs out in chat for Sony Wrath. Very respectable time. 59 minutes, 27 seconds. That feels like a showcase time to me. That was good. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, like, damage rolls on spells, didn't really need to go over that, because I'm pretty sure that's been talked about multiple times throughout the Raleigh showcase. I mean, we've talked about it many a time on these showcases, even during the regular runs. But yeah, in this case, the Pink Mage probably would have been a more viable choice, just because of that Sage bonus. But ultimately, we got through.
Yeah, it would have been a strong Pink Mage. But again, I mean, the spells had some convenient placement too. I think Life 2 was level 4, slot 3, so we would have learned that either way. But yeah, these are fun. You know, anytime you add a little bit of a wrinkle bonus to the mages, it's interesting. You know, you bring in the stuff like the Black Knight and the White Ninja. You always look at that ninja as a pseudo damage dealing, you know, black mage. It's kind of cool to give them access to, you know, wall and invis and make them more of a support character, even though they do a lot of damage when they swing their melee. It's just kind of cool.
Absolutely. And even though the Thief and the Fighter are allowed because of White Ninja and Black Knight being turned on, I wouldn't entirely suggest relying on them, because there's no guarantee you're going to find a strong weapon such as that katana.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're guaranteed to find the Mosmian. You're guaranteed to find at least one ribbon.
Yep.
And when in doubt, if you only have the one ribbon, Wall is your best friend if it is learnable.
Definitely.
I used it against Chaos because that is an in-battle ribbon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing's worse than, getting out 3-4 turns of buffing and then get popped from a cheeky zap or a bane or something. So definitely has some value there. Wall protects against the elementals and those instant deaths pretty significantly. So don't forget about that for sure.
Absolutely. But I don't think I have anything else to say. So what do we have coming up soon? Other than, of course, the marathon starting on Thursday. Let's go.
Yeah. Marathon, Winter Marathon 2024. Typing it in the chat here. I'm not the best speller. There we go. There's all your links. Join us. It's going to be a really great time. You're going to see some really cool stuff showcased. So very exciting for that. A lot of great causes. We love the charities that we partner with here. Sonny, I'm pretty sure you'll be involved in that marathon this weekend in some way or another. You always do something silly. I haven't kept a look at the schedule yet, but you doing anything kind of fun this weekend?
So Chadbert and I are actually going to be racing Zelda 2 Randomizer in this year's marathon, and we have an incentive to make Death Mountain vanilla, but have all the caves shuffled amongst each other.
Okay, well, that sounds terrible, but also enticing and fun at the same time. So.
Oh, it's horrible, but it's fun.
Yeah. So nice. Yeah, definitely tune in for that. I think we start Thursday night, I think. December 5th through the 8th. So that's Friday, right?
It will be
It is Thursday
night. We
Thursday
actually
night.
have our first run. Actually, not even Thursday night, Thursday morning.
Oh, cool.
For the first run, because we have our air quotes pre-show into air quotes. And that's actually going to be something you want to catch. There are a few games in there that I'm actually excited about. And then the rest of the marathon will kick off on Friday, December 6th. So definitely keep your eye out for that. I imagine Saracen will be posting or Darkmoon will be posting the rally seed before too terribly long. So that way you ducklings can jump in on this Mage Masher action. It is a massively fun flag set.
It's cool.
And I highly recommend giving it a couple practice runs just to get the feel for it and then actually attempting the seed, because Mage Masher, at first you think it's going to be very daunting, and then you actually play it and you're like, okay, this really isn't that bad.
It's definitely an interesting flag set. A lot more kinder now that we have these bonuses on the melee characters. Play this with only red mages or white mages or black mages back in the day. This used to be a very punishing flag set that's definitely had some quality of life inserted into it over the last iterations of the randomizer. But have a lot of fun with it, experiment a bit, like Sonny said, take some different party compositions and just have some fun. That's what this is supposed to be about anyway, having fun, hanging out with some friends, and just playing a fun game.
Absolutely. As for other things that are going on right now, we do still have the FFR and Mystic Quest randomizer tournament going on. And I think that's about it right now.
Feels correct, yeah. So any kind of questions we have from the chat over there before we maybe head on out of here? I'll give you guys a second to see if you have anything. Danny rolled the official seed this week. Hashtag never dawn, Danny. Danny's reputation precedes her, yes.
Yeah, Danny seeds, they're either a treat or they're absolute terror.
It's your education right there.
Yeah.
I don't think we have many more questions in the chat. So with that, I guess we'll head on out of here, right? Sonny, any final thoughts you want to share here?
Nah, I think I got everything out after finishing the seed. So thanks so much for allowing me to showcase again for the Ducklings.
Heck yeah, man. Always a fun time hanging out with you. Thank you, Sony Wrath 11, for doing the run in. Thank you, Dark Moon, for the restream. And thank you, Rax, for the buttons and all the good stuff. Thank you, chat, for joining us. You can be anywhere. You chose to be with us, and that's pretty cool. Thanks for hanging out, enjoying some FFR. Have some fun with it. Roll a practice or two before you get things into it and roll your sleeves up. But enjoy. This is definitely it's a different flag set, so have some fun with it for sure. We're gonna get on out of here. My name's Luffy. So ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. We gone.